are two angles whose sum is 90 degrees. Both of these you need to know for grade 9. Okay? Vertically opposite we need to know in grade 11, not right now. But I'm not done. Let's play around with this. Okay? I'm going to show you something else now. Alright? There are 3 other ways we can describe these things. I'm going to do it like this. Interior alternate. Exterior alternate. And corresponding. So I'm going to begin with corresponding. This is going to further answer your question, Kaylin, about if I know one angle, I can find the rest. Corresponding angles. Let's say I divide this into 4 right here and 4 right here. Corresponding angles are 2 angles that are in the exact same position on those lines. All right?
So like F and B.
So like B and F. What else?
E and A.
E and A.
G and C. H
G and C. D and H. Those are corresponding angles. This guy's in the top left. This guy's also in the top left. Top right, bottom left, bottom right, bottom right. So the corresponding angles are A and E.
But that wouldn't always work.
Yes, it does if they're parallel lines.
Yeah,
B and F. C equals G. And D equals H. Those are corresponding angles.
Is this on the exterior alternate?
No, this is for corresponding.
Oh,
Sorry, my bad. Those are corresponding angles. Okay? Hands up if you think you can tell me a set of interior alternate angles.
will be B and E. No.
Interior alternate angles. Somebody give me a try. Caitlin, I
F
want.
and C.
Caitlin says F and C. What do you guys think?
Yeah, probably because like they're inside though.
Okay, so interior means
Smaller.
in between, inside, and alternate means
Opposite.
opposite sides of the line.
So, yes. C and F.
So-
B and D.
C and F, and
B and G.
no,
And D.
E and D. So there's only 2, C and F.
Oh, that'd be interior, not exterior.
Oh, those are interior, right? Good call. Good call. So that's C and equals F and E equals D. They're on the interior of the parallel and they're on alternate sides of the transversal. Okay? Write down on your paper right now what you think the exterior alternate angles are. What are the exterior alternate angles?
Well, then that would just
I
be.
said write it down on paper. Please. I want everybody to write it down. If you think you know what it is, write it down. Man, what do you got? What's your first one?
A equals H.
A and H,
Yeah.
opposite sides of the transversal on the outside of parallel. Agreed. Dylan, what's the other one? B equals G. Well done. We get it right?
Yep.
Yeah. All of this right here is all grade 11 math. It's not very complicated, is it? No. But you will start studying this, and then they start giving you, so we spend a whole thing on angles, parallel lines, and then they give you all kinds of pictures with triangles and whatever, and you got to find all the angles to complete the solutions. But it all stems from your information from right here. What do you need to know for grade 9? We need to know supplementary angles. We need to know complementary angles. We need to know adjacent angles. And you should know what they add up to. This is Caleb.
Kind of an off-topic question, but is it true that if we get over 100 or over 90% in like a course that we don't have to do the final exam?
They sometimes give exemptions, yes. I have never given exemptions. But what I've done is I've made the exam worth 100% if you got better on your exam than you did your average. So if you're going into your exam and you got 75 going into your exam and you got 85 on your exam mark, you get 85 as your overall average.
Really?
Yes. So
That's better.
it gives you motivation to study for an exam.
But then would it be the opposite if you had, like, let's say your mark was like a 90?
Then it's the split, whatever the split is. For you guys, it's 20 and 80, I think. The
Okay.
exams were 20 marks, or maybe it's 15 even. I don't know. I can't remember what it is for grade 9s.
Okay.
Okay, name another pair of adjacent angles. So that, looking at that diagram then, it said they label them as angle ABC and angle CBD are adjacent angles. So this is page 188. You're looking at that crane there. Give me one more pair of, okay, notice, actually I should talk about this. So when you're labeling, the middle letter is always the vertex letter on your angle. So you could label this ABC or CBA.
You can't do PA.
No. Okay, the middle letter, when you label it,
Is middle.
is your vertex. So this can be labeled either one of these, but those are your only two options. All right, so what is an adjacent angle to ABE in that? So I'm asking you for an angle that is beside angle ABE on that crane.
DBE.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, not necessarily equal to, I shouldn't put it like that. But yes, good job. Angle DBE. Those are two angles that are next to each other. Okay? Name two adjacent angles that are supplementary. So two angles that add to give you 180 degrees.
DCB and
Say that again.
DCB and DBE.
No, go ahead, Braden.
DBE.
And? Okay, what if I draw it like this? Here's my line, right? You got that, correct?
Yeah.
This is B, this is D, this is E, this is C. That's what it looks like, correct? So DBE you got, and what's the one that's supplementary to it?
C.
How do you say it?
CBD.
That's what I said.
CBD
Little.
and DBE.
BE.
Those are supplementary.
Isn't that what I said?
No,
You said it wrong.
you said it wrong.
Oh yeah, I said DCB.
Yes. Okay? So, angle D, B, C and D, B, E are supplementary to each other. They had to give you 180. Name two adjacent angles that are not supplementary in that question.
ABE and DBE.
Yes. ABE and DBE, because A goes down this way, right? And this is clearly not a straight line now, if I extended that. So those two. Good. What do you need? Okay. Connect C to A and E to A to form a right angle. So it says connect C to A and E to A. So again, I'm going to draw this out. Got this here, right? This is straight up and down. Now it wants us to connect from C to A, right there, and out to here. And what have I created according to this?
Supplementary angles.
According to this, it says I've connected and I've formed a right angle.
Yeah, 90-degree angles.
That's not supplementary. It's called a right angle. Supplementary, add to give you 180.
But wouldn't both those angles be supplementary?
No, they would be complementary.
Or yeah, that's what I meant, to get to 180.
That's maybe what you meant, but that's not what you said.
Yeah.
Right? So complementary, you're right. This angle right here, Kaylin's saying, and this angle right here, I had to give you 90 degrees, which is complementary angles.
Yeah.
So far, so good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at,
Oh, wait a second. I just realized something.
okay,
So if you have like a right angle, if you would measure the angles in the top, like in the middle, those would be 90-degree angles. But then if you went down, they'd be half of 90 degrees because like to get to 180. So then they'd be like complementary, like A and B would be, and then the top like would be supplementary.
this, and this
Yeah.
would be what you would refer to as 180 degrees. Not necessarily supplementary, because supplementary is only two angles. But you're right, they add to give you 180. And you are right, those would both be right angles right there, 90 degrees. That crane, this arm of the crane, this branch of the crane right here, would be straight up and straight down. So it would form a 90-degree angle right there. Okay? All right, have a look at example where I've got angle 1 and angle 2. What is the measure of angle 2 in that picture?
Angle 2.
Like how much is it?
What is the measure? Yeah, what is it measure? What is it?
No, it'd be 40,
34.
34, yeah.
34. How come?
Because if it's a 90-degree angle and the one angle is 56 degrees, well, you just subtract 90 like by 56 and you get 34.
Right. So angle 2 is 34 degrees because you go 90 subtract 56, which equals 34. Somebody else, what's the measure of angle 1?
So do 90, take away 46 equals...
56.
No, for B, for number 1.
Oh, okay. No, you can't. Because the right angle is inside right here.
Oh, yeah.
It's only inside. Yeah. If that line was straight up and down, I would agree with you there, Skylar. Okay? All right, so how do I find angle 1?
Add up all the other three angles.
Yeah.
Which is 56, 34, and 46.
Yeah.
That is 136.
Yeah.
You take
And then you take that away from 180, take away 136.
Brilliant.
186, 44 degrees.
Great work. Great work. Okay. Now, I know it's a long class for you. It's tough, but like I said, we need to get through this. Let's have a look at page, well, I don't even know what page, it's cut off. 190. We're going to need a compass to do this.
Like this is a compass, right? Like this thing.
Yeah. So I have a few right here. I need to get all this stuff back because it's out of Mrs. Davis's room. Who needs a compass? Okay. So make sure by Thursday you guys have geometry sets. You got a date or two. You need one? Yeah. You okay? Who else? You too. Dylan, you need one too. Okay. We have 2 left.
I need one.
So I need one as
You
well.
need it. Excellent.
Okay, so I don't necessarily need you to be able to do this at the moment. I just want you to see how this Baseball, the pitcher's mound is located on the bisector of the angle at home plate, angle THF. How can you bisect angle THS to locate the shortstop position? So they show you how to use tracing paper, and then you use a protractor. You can use that as well. But we're going to look at use a compass and a straight edge to bisect STF. Okay? So I have this. I'm going to do this. Let's do this pretty like. Okay. I want to bisect that angle. All right? So I'm going to attempt to do this with this guy. So it says draw an arc on STF. So I take this. Oops. Set it right there. Figure out how to move this now. Okay, move it up. So here's what I got so far. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I can go any distance right here. I can go any distance. And then I need to make an arc across these two right here. All right, so I don't know if I can do this using this thing or not. Yeah, there we go. So I make an arc like that. Okay, so just draw a line. Just draw a line. Take that other piece of paper that you had that I was working on, and let's do it on there. So just draw an angle. Make it fairly large so we can go through this. Okay. Line X. Okay, so you put this at any width that you want. Have you guys done this before or not?
Yeah. No.
Some of you have, some of you haven't. Okay. So now what I do, we all watching now? Has everybody got this arc drawn on there?
No. Yes.
Okay, so draw your two lines. We done that? Draw your two lines. Okay. Now take it. Yeah. Make an arc across there. Yeah. Yeah. So just put it. Yeah. Make an arc across it. Doesn't matter how big it is. Okay. So you're fine. You're fine. Just go like this. So just hold it just like this. Wait a second.
I'm confused.
Yeah, so you go there, so you hold it on the top there.
Ben's got Ben. Did you see that Elon Musk meme?
Okay, so I got that there. Now I take it, make it whatever you want. Do the same thing over here, and then from there. Okay, so now, ever got this arc? We know what we're doing, or no?
Sort of.
Okay, so it works better if I can poke it in. I'm going to poke it in like this. Like that. Okay. And then I make an arc like this. Okay. So I make that arc. Like that. Okay. So you got that? Yeah. No problem. Okay, so are we done? You okay? Okay, so we got this arc here. Now we're watching. What happens now is I take this now and I put it here. So I put my pin mark right there. I pull this down over here. That doesn't matter how much I do it, so I just make an arc. Make that arc right there. Okay? Now, I did it from way up here because that's what the board's doing. But I really should have just did it in this little area right here. Now I move this guy again. Move it up. So I keep it the same. Okay? And then I make an arc like that. So that's what I have. So I make my first arc in which this point right here is right there. You following?
Yeah.
You got her?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody else got her? Everybody not have it, so I can help you.
I probably need some help. Shall I'll start fresh.
So you've got 2, 3, start. That's it. Where do you start this?
Got that. Got it? Okay. Now, take this. Stick it there. There. And I'll go over here. Okay, once you have this, what do you suppose is next? I'm asking, okay, first of all, I should have asked you, do you guys know what a bisector is?
Yeah.
The one that divides the angle.
In half, that's right. So now all I gotta do then is what,
draw a
Harley?
straight line
Draw a line through.
from where the angle
Right.
meet.
So I'm gonna take this guy, start right here, and look it, right there. Goes right through. I've now bisected that angle. Oh, thank you.
So it just halves it.
Okay? Should we try one more?
Yeah, I don't think mine
Yeah.
worked.
Okay, let's try it again. So draw yourself, we only have about 7 minutes, so draw yourself another,
Does it matter like how many degrees?
nope, doesn't matter. It's gotta, leave it as an acute for now though. Leave it as an acute. So draw yourself this here. Okay? Everybody started there? I wanna make sure we're going at the same rate here. Everybody's got that? Okay, so now I'm using my protractor. Oops. Okay, need this, grab this guy. So I put my protractor right here. Move it out a certain distance. Doesn't matter what distance I move it. Okay? Then I make an arc. Just like that. Good? Yeah, perfect. Everybody okay?
Yep.
It's hard to do when those things keep moving, right?
Yeah.
You have to, you want a notepad and poke it into something is easiest, okay? So now what's the next step here now?
Go back, like go on to the end of the arc.
So I go to here and right here, right? Okay? So I'm going to take my guy and move him over here. And close it up a bit. Put it right there. Open it a wee bit. Okay. Oops. I'm trying to turn up first. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to make a mark somewhere out here. That.
Hit erase, I think.
There it is. One there. Now I move this guy over to here. Do it like that. So there's 3 steps, 3 arcs. One when you're right here, one when you're right there, and one when you're right there. I'm going to move my guy out of the way here. Just grab him and move him. And then the last thing I do is, there I have it, bisected angle. Okay? So 3 steps, 3 arcs. So far okay? Yeah? Okay. Page 192 is the last thing I want to show you. Same idea. So So page 92 is, let's replicate an angle. So they want to replicate an angle. So I'm going to take a quadrilateral. I don't know if I have one in here. Let's see. No, yeah. So I got this guy right here. Come on. Oh, that guy. What? Or, oh, hold on. Oh, maybe, eh? Okay, never mind. I'll draw it. Okay, so I have this. Oh, let me do this. Man. Sorry, it's taking too long here. Okay, so it wants me to replicate this angle. So the first thing it says that I have to do is take the compass and draw an arc that is this guy, with this again, this, right here. So I take it, open it up. It's got to stay underneath this arc right here. So just like that. So make that arc. Okay? Now I take another line down here. Use my compass that's already set out. You shouldn't be closing your books yet. We got things that got to get done. And I make the arc like that. Okay? Then what I do is I take my compass now. Oh, I just go right to here. Set my needle right there. I'm going to have to spin this around. There we go. And then I go this. And then I draw my line right there. And that angle right here, this angle right here, and this angle right here are the same thing. So this one was only 2 steps. Draw an arc, go to this spot, draw another arc right here, and then done. You will need to get to the end of, at the very least, 7-4 on Friday. Test is Thursday. Okay, set them all right here. Right here. I want compasses and the protractors right there. I gotta take them back. Please and thank you. Here. Oh.